Cancer. I popped in as your full moon reading for the full moon in Gemini, Cancer. Who's rapping? Who got bars? Who's rhyming? Who's battle rapping? Okay, who you going back and forth with? Who you sparring with? This full moon in Gemini got you sparring with somebody. Your comebacks are really quick. They're really witty. Someone could be talking shit. Okay, but so are you. I feel you writing your own spells, even your own incantations. It's so interesting. The first card that I pulled for you was the safe home card. Yo, I feel like this full moon in Gemini brings a lot of memories up for you. No lie, some of you could be thinking about getting lit, or you do this kind of spontaneously out of nowhere. Someone may be fucked up under the influence, okay? Possibly even tripping for some of you, but not necessarily. Someone could be drinking even. I just feel like being intoxicated under the influence, and getting in your feelings or thinking about the past. A lot of not being at peace with certain decisions you made while someone opened their home to you, certain complaints that they had, or the way that they extended themselves, or the way that they went above and beyond while the two of you were roommates, or while you stayed in their home, or they stayed in yours possibly. But this doesn't feel like them staying in your home. It feels like you being in theirs. For some of you though, the shoe is on the other foot. They were in your home, but I don't feel like I'm talking to y'all right now for some reason. Anyway, yeah. And so I just feel like even with this harvest in reverse and safe home, like, someone has been in search of safety for a really long time, doesn't feel safe in their body, doesn't feel safe in their environment where they live with their family. Okay, a lot of opportunity for heart chakra and sacral chakra more than anything. Sacral chakra work to be done this full moon, but I don't feel you doing it. I feel being very emotional, being very unhappy. What you don't see coming is joy out here in reverse, and fertility is under here. So, yeah, I just feel like a lot of sacral chakra energy. Or be careful if you're being intimate, potentially having the, being someone who could get someone pregnant at this time. If you're a man, you could get pregnant if you're a woman at this time. But I feel like not appreciating somebody or the safety they provided while you had it, and regretting that now because you're still longing for that, or it's even worse now. You're even more unsafe now, or you can't trust the people you're around. Or once they leave, or someone's seeking to abuse you or take advantage even. Don't leave, because once you leave me alone with this person. You leave me alone with this person to have free reign to do what they want even. Someone's out of control with people watching, with witnesses. What do you think they do when no one is looking? Interesting. I also really feel like you've come to acquire a lot, or you've come to appreciate a lot, or realize that you were a lot more prosperous than you realized at the time. Like being in a certain environment and, it not being yours, or not being grateful for what's being given to you, or having to make do with what you have, or having to share your space. Thank you. Thank you. But we're so abundant, we're so prosperous, had such an opportunity to benefit here, or the things that you learned here, you've taken with you, and you've been able to use, acquire, to make money, apply to your life to benefit you in some way, and still not being at peace. Not being friendship out here with harvest in reverse, not being able to find the same sort of connection, friendship in other people, being loved on the same way in other people. Sometimes you only get this a certain kind of connection once in a lifetime. Safe home and letting go in reverse. So I feel like, not doing this work, but also not wanting to walk away from this situation or being forced prematurely before you were ready. And the divine wanting this shift to happen, but I feel like it's taking you a minute to realize what the issue was, and now you're kind of seeing it. A lot of emotions are coming up about it, taking personal inventory. Um, there could be some regret about not being able to restore a certain connection, a friendship where there's a great emotional attachment. Letting go in reverse popped out for Gemini in a read right before you. You know these reads always flow one into the other. So you could be dealing with the Gemini or trying to move on from them, regretting your decisions, or in that connection. I also really feel like um, not having made peace with someone, gotten to a place where the two of you can be friends, and it may be soon, right? Peace in reverse with friendship, letting go. I'm not ready to let you go. I'm not ready to see you leave, you pass on. Remember that message came out in Gemini's reading. Um, I'm not ready to be away from you permanently, but also I don't know how to make peace with you. I don't know how to restore this connection. I don't know how to be friends with you, how to forgive you. For some of you is you don't know how to forgive someone. And a lot of reliving the same story or narrative, telling yourself the same story over and over again. I'll also say, Cancer, a big one for you that's been coming out, man, for you to really look at is the way that you avoid conflict and it totally being unhealthy for you. Some of you need to start looking for a new place to live and you haven't done that, or your job is to secure the home that you have. Like you were blessed with something and you haven't been taking it seriously. Safe home and letting go. You don't want to lose this space that you have. Some of you are on the verge of losing a space because you haven't been doing what you need to keep it. You haven't been really responsible, where you've been able to be on point or pay ahead, or you know keep people from complaining, knowing people are going to need something long before you even get it. Totally could be responsible if you wanted to, totally could get things done on time if you wanted to, but just choosing not to, choosing to be irresponsible, and kind of feeling like people should work with you or be understanding, or it's no big deal. And while multiple truths exist, and maybe people could be more compassionate, more understanding, especially with the fact that it's hard out here for everyone, or for a lot of people, I should say. You can absolutely tell when someone's trying their best and when they're not. You know, it's an energy thing. Someone who is dodging you is giving off is totally different energy from someone being like, yo, this is all I got. Give me a day. Give me a couple of days. I'm doing my absolute best. I didn't forget you. I'm on top of this. I'm not slacking. You know, I got fucked. This happened. This came up, or I'm life's been lifing, but I'm on top of this. I'm gonna get back on track. Thank you so much. I appreciate you working with me or being understanding, or I be able to communicate with you. Me being able to communicate with you, like, that means a lot to me. Like, there's a different energy. Those are two different energies. And I feel a lot of avoidant energy, knowing that you owe someone, they're looking for you. You gotta handle this. Some of you got to make good on certain promises that you made. At the same time, there's this energy of you realizing that you have the ability to kind of pay someone back or do them a favor. Someone who's done so many favors for you, you have the opportunity to do a favor for them in return. I also just feel like there's this energy of like promising money to somebody and then you promise it to someone else. Knowing money is, you've made money specifically because it has to go to someone or something, a specific bill, and then you promise it to someone else to cover your ass, save your ass, or to cover something that you find more valuable than keeping your word to whoever you were supposed to make this money for, whoever you're supposed to give this to, whoever this was supposed to go to, the initial place it was supposed to go. Anyway, and then I saw 10 on 1 on the clock. It's like you show up to the world, be reflected back to you by the universe. I am going to leave it there. Victory, because I just feel like at the end of the day, it's this energy of like, I'm going to win at all costs. So I'm going to do what's best for me at all costs. And this, like, this mentality has you really sacrifice certain people or certain connections that are sacred, are to be valued, are really important, that can't be really replaced. And that betrayal has karma. Some of you are dealing with the karma of that betrayal right now because you were in a better situation. And had you just did what you were supposed to when you were in that situation, when you were given this blessing, you wouldn't be feeling what you're feeling right now, wouldn't be going through what you're going through right now. Or reliant in the way that you are, because it's that destiny swap, and you swapped out your destiny with someone less fortunate in some way. So it feels like the full moon is a time for you to course correct. Sensuality in reverse, which it feels like if you've been having a lot of sex or been wanting to, or make sure you don't with the wrong person, find a way to transmute that energy. Or someone's like, I haven't had sex in so long, but you're also not doing anything to transmute that energy, something really healthy, get into your body that makes you feel really good and really sexy and really alive. 11:23 on the clock, progression. Anyway, I love you. Happy full moon.